Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day, and please, I hope everyone is being safe, especially in Georgia, around the Florida coast, and people impacted by Hurricane Helen. More on that in a few minutes. We also have two big floatouts that are coming from two ships with the same name, almost, coming out as well. And then two things. One you should never ever do, and you are probably going to pay the consequences for. And another one is, well, we're tired of being told what we can't bring on a cruise ship. Well, guess what? They're telling us now that there is something we can bring on a cruise ship. However, I'm probably never going to take it. First off, let's talk about Hurricane Helen. It reached Category 3, Category 4, and then it has slowed down finally to be down around a Category 1, which is still immensely dangerous, still going to bring lots of rain and possible flooding. It's known at least 3 to 4 people have passed away from the storm so far. It caused numerous power outage, over 2 million people without power. We also have port closures, airport closures, thousands of flights rerouted or canceled altogether. Cruise ships were stuck at sea, not able to get back, causing delays for the next sailing as well as people getting off the ship. It's a late hurricane in the season, and it's causing havoc in the travel industry right now. The most important thing is, of course, that everyone remain safe, and I hope everyone hunkered down or just got out of the area completely, because as one Florida, I think it's a senator or safety person in charge of the hurricanes there, said this was at one point an unsurvivable storm. In fact, one person who was passed away was hit by debris in his car while driving. Question is, why were you driving during a hurricane? And I see all kinds of film footage of people driving along the coast with the water just coming up on the... I know you got to get home or you're getting out of the way. If you're getting out of the way, I understand. But maybe just hunker down as best you can in these situations. And I hope everyone out there does remain safe, and we get through this in the future, and things get back to normal as soon as possible. One thing you never do, and we all know from the date that you never do this, is you never mention the word bomb. You don't mention it in a school, you don't mention it getting on the plane, and you definitely don't mention it going on a cruise ship. Well, one 19-year-old is finding out the hard way, as he sent an email to Carnival Cruise Line in January saying, hey, I think somebody might have a bomb on your cruise ship. Well, they immediately searched all 1,000 cabins, called the Coast Guard, called the Jamaican security forces. They pulled the cruise off its destination into port for further searches, found out there was nothing there, and it turned out to be a prank email. Well, they tracked down the email, and that 19-year-old is now being indicted. And the last person that got charged with a serious offense as far as calling in or emailing in a false bomb threat to a cruise line got over a year in prison. So, yeah, don't be stupid. And that's all this person was stupid. I know he's 19-year-old, but I don't think I was ever that stupid in my life. And I'm being very frank. This kid was stupid. Never, ever do something idiotic that can cause mass panic and cause, you never know what could have happened in the worst case scenario on that ship. So yeah, those kind of things, when I hear people doing dumb things like that, just drive me up the wall. Well, we do have some good news coming out from two cruise lines. Royal Caribbean and Princess Cruise Lines both did their float out this week. The Star Princess has touched water for the first time, and so has the Star of the Seas. touch water. It's weird to have two cruise ships with the same name. It's weirder that they're being built at the exact same time. That's kind of odd. So we're going to have the Battle of the Network Stars, I guess, coming out next year in 2025 when these two ships launch. Now, the Sun Princess, remember, was supposed to launch in July, and they postponed it to September, where I believe it'll be doing an 11-day maiden cruise. So I was very glad when Princess announced that they were doing the delay, because I was one of the people on the second sailing of the Sun Princess, and the ship was beautiful. It just wasn't ready yet. The couple restaurants weren't ready, the entertainment wasn't ready, etc. I'm glad they're taking the extra time now to make sure that everything is up and running by the time this ship launches. Fingers crossed, because I'm on the Sun right now, and I'm really enjoying the entertainment on board and the dining on board. The staff has been wonderful, and the ship is absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, take the time, launch her right, because your ship product is definitely worth a view. Next, let's talk about what you are allowed now, finally, apparently, to bring on a Carnival cruise ship. Before I get there, let me just invite you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. If you want to keep up to date with everything going on in cruising, from the hurricane status to the travel destinations to the new ships coming online, to things you shouldn't do, to things you can do, to things that are just a lot of fun and a lot of entertainment on board. I hope to keep you as entertained as possible, and I really do hope you'll join us here on the channel. It doesn't cost a single thing to hit that good old subscribe button, but it really does help the channel out, and I really do appreciate it. All right, let's talk about what you can now bring on a Carnival cruise ship. And I'll be honest, I would never have even thought in my life to bring this with me on a vacation, but you can now bring your electronic vacuum, not the push vacuum. You can bring your robot vacuums onto a cruise ship with you. That's right. You no longer have to wait for that stateroom attendant to vacuum you can just run your own vacuum now. Do your own cleaning, I guess. I don't know. Why would you want to bring something this big in your suitcase for extra weight that you have to pay for to get on the airlines anyway? I guess if you're bringing in your car, but that's something I would never have even thought of. But apparently people are now doing it. People are now bringing Roombas and all these different robot vacuums onto the cruise ship and running it. Sounds awful strange to me. But hey, I'm an oddity sometimes, so I'm curious. What do you guys think? Have you ever thought, or do you bring a robot vacuum with you on a cruise ship? Do you just run it? If you're going to be on a cruise for maybe 2 or 3 months, like a world cruise or something, I can see it. But if I'm going on a 7-day cruise, I don't think I'm bringing my vacuum with me. I'm bringing as little as possible, because I don't want to lug it across the world to get to my destination and then back home with me. Can you imagine trying to decide what not to pack on the way home because you bought so much stuff, but now you have to make room for your vacuum? I don't get it, but let me know in the comments down below, and until next time, I hope you liked this video. You did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.